Android Authority, what's going on? My name is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and today we are reviewing another Lenovo product. This is the Yoga 2 tablet. Now I know before you guys go ahead and scream and rage quit and leave comments down below, this is a different version of it. This is Lenovo Yoga Tablet 2, 8-inch. It has the exact same specs, but the performance is different. Why is that? Well, let's find out. Just like its 10-inch brother, the Yoga 2 8-inch is a sleek tablet, mostly silver in color with a variety of design materials. You go from a smooth kickstand to a gritty back, and then back to a smooth bezel. It'll be hard to find a person to say this isn't a uniquely designed tablet, because it is. Looking head on, you can see the silver trim. You are also greeted with generously sized bezels. Holding in landscape, the front-facing camera is on the side bezel. At the bottom or side, depending on your orientation, the front-facing large chamber studio speakers are visible. Following the curve around, we will see the front of the stand. To access the stand, I use my thumb to slide the stand out. The stand sports 4 different angles, or as Lenovo calls them, modes. These modes are called stand, hold, tilt, and hang. On the right flank of the stand is the 8-megapixel camera. Continuing our journey rightward to the bezel, the volume rocker, micro USB port, and also power button is found, all sporting that attractive brushed aluminum style. The top is completely bare, and the opposite side bezel is the headphone jack. Right now, I'm going to say a statement that you'll hear several times throughout this review. Just like the 10-inch Yoga 2. These two devices are the same under the hood. The 8-inch IPS LCD display is full 1080p resolution. The pixel density is 283, which gives it text that pops off the screen, and this includes images too. The color reduplication and saturation looks great, the highs shine, and the shadows gives you a sense of depth. The blacks are also rich in color. IPS LCDs in general just look great, and the Yoga 2 does a great job at using it. The processor that it uses sounds like something you'd expect in a computer or a tablet running Windows, not Android. Typically, we see the Snapdragon powering most of Android devices. Lenovo decided to go with Intel. Intel is the leader in computer processing. Lenovo opted to go with the Intel Atom 1.3 GHz. 2 GB of DDR3 for memory-intensive apps, and also 16 GB of onboard with an optional SD card slot that expands up to 64 GB. The two large front-facing speakers that I mentioned in the design section aren't just there for looks. It has Dolby Audio built into it, and also Wolfson Master Hi-Fi. The chassis is built from plastic. Now, I hate to say this, but I did attempt to bend it, just because I felt some flex when carrying it one time. The Yoga 2 does flex a bit, and I'm not sure if it's because it's doing yoga or the plastics and internals aren't able to withstand a large amount of pressure. I can't say that it will bend or not, but I'll let you be the judge of it. This isn't exactly the specs you'd expect from an Android tablet, but how well it performs is most important, right? The Yoga 2 8-inch makes me scratch my head. Since it's the same device as the 10-inch, one would assume that it runs the exact same way. I did mention at the end of my review on the 10-inch device that I think the performance issues are software-based, not a hardware issue. Well, when using the 8-inch, almost all the performance lag that I had with the 10-inch is gone. Opening applications, flipping between screens, multitasking, and multi-windowing applications all felt smooth. I won't say it runs as smooth as a Nexus 7, but it's still pretty good. One thing that you will continue to notice is that transitions are not as smooth. It just feels a bit choppy, but that does not take away from the speed. This device absolutely flies. When gaming, that's when the Yoga flexes its muscle. As expected, all games ran smooth. From Dead Trigger to Riptide to Crossy Roads. All ran with a consistent high frames per second and also great responsiveness. As I do with the written reviews, all the benchmark scores are linked down below in the written companion piece. The Yoga comes out of the box with Android 4.4.2 KitKat. It's also running Lenovo's own UI skin on top of Android. Some would say it's very iOS-like, and I would mostly agree. There isn't an app drawer, and the quick settings are located at the bottom via a menu Lenovo calls bottom switch. The bottom switch gives you toggles like Wi-Fi, auto rotation, airplane mode, and GPS, and a few other things. It also has brightness control, camera, lock screen, screenshot, and Lenovo Smart Switch. Lenovo packages a good amount of applications on the device. Most of the applications they supply are applications that would either have came with stock Android, or there's a better alternative in the Play Store. One application that sticks out from the bunch is Security HD, which scans your permissions for applications, has an app manager, ad blocker, and also the speed up utility, which I didn't use much. Beyond that, most of the applications are forgettable and quickly become background annoyances. The cameras on the Yoga tablet are okay at best. The location of the rear 8 megapixel camera is an interesting one. When holding your device in landscape and you launch the camera, instantly you need to adjust your hand. Your hand naturally rests over the camera. Once you take only a few shots, you can quickly see what the camera has to offer. Images lack color, grain is evident even in decent lighting, and the shutter is pretty slow. If you rapidly tap the shutter button, the camera cannot keep up, even in good lighting. Using studio lighting, I was able to get better shots, but that was after adjusting a lot of settings prior to the shot. Lenovo does a great job at supplying you with manual adjustments for the camera, white balance, brightness, contrast, and other controls. To get a decent shot, these settings need to become your best friend. For video, the camera is able to shoot at full HD 1080p, and the issues I had with the pictures translate to the video mode. The microphone is decent, and it picks up your voice pretty well, and that's about it. Now, some people may argue that a camera on a tablet isn't important, but if you actually look at the statistics and you walk around and see, people are using a camera on any device they have, and a lot of people, a tablet is their #1 device, and it's something they use for photography, especially older people, since the screen is a lot bigger for them to use. So the manufacturers have to provide tools for the way that people are using their devices. So that's why tablet photography is turning into a real thing. And a lot of companies are actually putting money and putting technology into tablet cameras. So this is a trend that is going upwards, and you're gonna see a lot more devices coming with cameras on them, and you're also gonna see a lot more enhanced features on the tablets, even versus the phone. And that was my review of the Yoga 2 tablet. Now, of course, this tablet isn't the fastest tablet in the world, or it actually isn't the smoothest tablet, but for $250 to get a nice multimedia tablet that has a pretty decent processor in there and is really good for games and also exceptional battery life, you really can't go wrong. Lenovo has made a lot of strides with this tablet versus the 10-inch edition. Not sure if it's software or what it is, but it actually is a decent tablet that I don't mind picking up and using. As always, guys, my name is Kevin the Tech Ninja. Make sure you check out the written companion piece down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also check out our other videos from everyone in the background making Android Authority possible. As always, guys, my name is Kevin the Tech Ninja. This is Android Authority, your source for all things Android. Take care.